Hey, how's it going? This is Rob from Justin's Toys, and today I'm going to show you how to make the Speckled Stripe bracelet. This was designed by me, but I must mention that this was highly inspired by the design, the tribal fishtail, which is made by Joe Hunt, and the tutorial is also on our channel, so check that out. But it's called the Speckled Stripe because on the outside it looks like there's specks, and in the inside there is a distinct stripe that goes all across. It's a flat bracelet and it's pretty tight like a hexafish, and it's clip tight as well, so when you have it laying down it tends to stay in its form. Okay? To set up your loom for the Speckled Stripe bracelet, you're going to need 2 bar pins, a large base, and 2 small bases. And you want to grab your first bar pin and place it as close to the center of the large base as possible. And push down. And you want to grab your second bar pin and place it just one off to the right of the other bar pin, so that it has a staggered layout. And push down, and then you want to secure the end on the left as far to the left as possible with the small base, and then secure the right about 3 slots in and push down. Okay? So for the Speckled Stripe, we will be using these 4 pegs right here. For this tutorial, we'll be making this exact bracelet right here. You want to make sure you keep track of the order of this bracelet. Not only which band you're placing on top, but also which loop you are at. So I would highly recommend making a chart with your color A, B, and C, as well as which type of looping you're doing when you're placing A, B, and C. And to start, you want to grab your first band. Mine is going to be electric blue, and place it on top of all 4 of these pegs, just like this. And we're going to rotate the corners. So to rotate the corners, you're just grabbing this end, then you're bringing it off carefully, then catching it with the top of this peg and rotating this band to create a cross right there. And we're going to do that for all 4 sides. So we're here, grab it, catch it on the top of that peg, bring this other end over while rotating, and let it go. And over here, the same thing. Move it, catch it on the top, bring this other end over, rotate, and let it go. And the neatest thing to do is to always rotate in one direction. And I'm rotating counterclockwise. So rotate counterclockwise over. Alright, once you do that, you want to grab your next band, which is going to be the stripe color. And my stripe is jelly blue or jelly navy blue. And the way that you place these bands on from this point forward is always going to be like this. You want to go on the longest diagonal side, so these 2 pegs that are the furthest from each other, and then you want to bring down this end and over this peg, just like that, and bring up this peg, just like that, to create this shape. And you're going to push down slightly, and now grab your third color. Mine is ocean blue, and again, same exact method. Place it across both pegs that are furthest from each other, and bring it up, and then bring it down. Okay? And now we can loop up our first band. This first one, we're just going to bring up the bottom band on all 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then push down and then grab our first color again. So it's very important that you remember the order that you're putting these bands on. So again, bring this up, bring this down, and from this point forward, these two pegs right here are always going to be looped up inverted. So let's start with those two. Get in front of just that center band, grab that band on the bottom, bring it up and over. Same with this peg. Get in front of just that ocean blue, grab that navy blue on the bottom, bring it up and over. And then for these two pegs, it's going to switch up all the time. So on the second part of the sequence, we're looping up the middle by getting in between those bottom two bands, grabbing that ocean blue, bringing it up. Same thing on the opposite side. We're getting in between these bottom two bands. You can use your finger to help separate them if they're really close. So those bottom two bands, get in between, grab that ocean blue and bring it up. All right, now push down and we can grab our next band. If ever you lose track of where you're supposed to be, you can go on these two ends right here where the cross is closest to that peg, and by process of elimination you'll see there's ocean blue and electric blue, which means that navy blue isn't there. So my next band is navy blue, putting it across. Again, very important that you always do this step, or else it will be a rounded bracelet and not a flat bracelet. Just like that. And remember, these two pegs are always looped up inverted. Inverted here, inverted here. And since this is the third step of our sequence, we are also doing the inverted on these two pegs. Okay? So basically, Joe Hunt designed the tribal fishtail, and we are doing the inverted loop on these two pegs at all times while doing the tribal loop on these two pegs. So again, we're going to the start of the sequence. So from the beginning, we're doing ocean blue, okay? You put an ocean blue on top, you twist the bands, and this one, again, inverted on these two pegs. Inverted on this peg. And then regular whenever you put an ocean blue on the two side pegs. And push down. Next color is going to be electric blue. Bring this up, bring this down, invert it on the two wide pegs. Then middle on the two side pegs. Okay, then grab a navy, bring this up, bring this down, and then it's inverted on all four pegs. Okay, so that's your three-step sequence. First is going to be ocean blue. Inverted on these two pegs. Regular on these two. Push down. Next is going to be electric. Bring this up. Bring this down. Inverted on these two pegs. Then middle. And then last is navy. Bring this up, bring this down, and inverted on all 4 pegs. Alright, so in a nutshell, it is going to be ocean blue, loop up the bottom band, then it's going to be electric blue, loop up the middle band, and then navy blue and inverted loop up the band on these 2 pegs, whereas these 2 pegs are always looped up inverted. Alright, so I'm just going to move a little faster. Bring this up, bring this down, invert it here, invert it here, bottom, bottom, push down, and electric, bring this up, bring this down, maybe even it out. Inverted here, inverted here, middle, middle, push down, then navy. Bring this up, bring this down, inverted on everything. Push down and repeat. And that's basically it. We're going to do this over and over until the bracelet grows to fit around your wrist. And I'm just going to continue for another 3 sequences or so before I fade to the end and show you how to clip. So I'm finally reaching the point where it's long enough to fit around my wrist, as you can see. And I am going to do one more sequence before I clip this. The next band is going to be electric blue. So again, bringing that up and then that down. Always inverse these pegs. Inverted loop here. And since that was electric, we're doing middle. Middle. Push down. And this one is going to be inverted. So navy. Bring this up. Bring this down. And it is inverted everything. So get in front of just the electric. Grab the ocean. Bring it up. Get in front of just the electric. Grab the navy. Bring it up. Turn the loom around. Get in front of just the electric. Grab the navy, bring it up, and get in front of just the electric. Grab the ocean and bring it up. Okay? It's always best to end on the band that requires you to loop up inverted. And since navy was the inverted loop, that's the last band that we're placing. And at this point, we can still bring up that bottom band up and over, up and over, up and over, and up and over. Okay? So we want to take all four of these ends and narrow it down to just one. So what we're going to do is grab this end right here, pull it off just like this, and then fold it onto this bottom peg. Okay? Push down. Then this band right here, we're not going to fold it, we're just going to rotate it on. So I'm going in with my hook facing away from the center, and I'm going to carefully pull it off and rotate it so it's not folding, and use the corner of this peg to get around. Once it's over, you can push down. And then this last band I'm going to fold over onto this peg. So again, go in with the hook facing away from the tension. Then bring it down. And as you can see, it folded, and bring it over. So now you should have four ends on this peg right here. And at this point, you can grab a C-clip and clip all four of those ends. So I'm just going to take the C-clip, go in this peg right here, the groove facing down, and just push down. And when I'm sure I have all four ends, I can pull it off the peg. And there you have it. I wouldn't recommend stretching this completely. I would just tug on it slightly. Okay? And then flip it back to itself. As you can see, the most comfortable state would be to go in like this, and the hook is going to go like that, straight. So you want to take your hook and grab as many of these electric blues that we started with as possible. Try not to grab anything else. Okay? And you can help out with your loom. I'm just going to place these back onto the peg. And again, follow the line so that it'll stay straight naturally. And then just go in the peg, grab those ends, and pull it off. Okay? So there you have it. That is the completed Speckled Stripe bracelet, inspired by Joe Hunt, who made the tribal fishtail, and designed by me. Okay, this is Rob from Justin's Toys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like this video, please like and share, and happy looming.